This is Charlene, who says on her first date she always wears her sexiest outfit. We showed her videotapes of these 3 single men, and she picked one as her date. Which one did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? And this is David, who calls himself a professional dater. Which one of these women did he choose? Which one will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
Welcome to the show. You know, there are more than 60 million single adults in the United States, so here on Love Connection, we've got a new way for singles to meet. Here's how it works. We've compiled a video library of hundreds of attractive and available single people. We then select some of those singles and show them 3 video tapes. After they watch the tapes, they choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and tell us what happened on the date. Now, to begin with, we're going to meet a woman who selected a date from our video library. She was raised in Las Vegas and thinks that Los Angeles men are the cream of the crop. Please welcome Charlene Dockery. Come on up here and see me, Charlene.
Hi there.
Cream of the crop. Nice. Sit down, Charlene.
Thank you.
How are Los Angeles men, different from Las Vegas men?
Well, they're a little bit more wilder, you know.
Oh, really?
You know, if about 12 o'clock you want to jump off a balcony nude into the swimming pool, they're a little bit more willing to do it.
Something that comes up in my dating life all the time. Why didn't I think of that?
Occasionally.
You seem like kind of a strong person. You like strong men?
I like someone who doesn't give me my own way. And, you know, if I have spaghetti hanging from my mouth, he's going to say, look, you have spaghetti. You know, like some guys will just make you sit there with spaghetti from your mouth. But someone to tell me what to do and not let me tell them.
I see. I get it. Now, we know a little bit about you, so we're gonna show you at home and you in the studio audience some tapes that Charlene saw, so watch very closely. Now, first there was Joel. He was raised in Los Angeles. He says he's into girl watching, and here's what a woman should know about him.
I like a lady to know that I'm very straightforward with my feelings, and she'll always know where she stands because I'm very open about how I feel.
Okay, next there was Ian. Now, he was raised in Canada. He says he was a late bloomer, and here's what he says about marriage.
You don't have to have a piece of paper to say that you're married. You know, you can live with someone, or you can not live with someone and still feel married, you know. I mean, you can't just go straight from home, get married and go straight from home unless you're Catholic, and then just jump into it and be married. I mean, you know, you don't know. She could pick her toes at night. I don't know.
Finally, you watch Joseph. Now, he's from Rochester, New York. He has an unusual occupation. Here's what happened to him at work one day.
Funniest thing that ever happened to me is when I went and did a bachelorette party in a private home, and about a half a dozen girls attacked me with whipped cream.
Now, Charlene selected one of these guys as her date, okay? Before she tells us who it was, let's take a look at them all 3 again, okay? First, there was Joel, a 25-year-old law student. Then there was Ian. He's also 25. He's a graphic artist. Finally, Joseph, the 26-year-old exotic dancer. Okay, audience, it's time for your voting machines. Now, you've met Charlene. You've seen her choices. Who's the best man for Charlene? Here in the studio and at home, too. Please make your choice right now, okay? Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to find out who you selected and everything that happened on their date. I'll be right back. A little while, we're going to find out who Charlene picked, or who the audience picked, rather. We're going to find out who Charlene picked right now. I'm going to find my place, and we'll be all right. Who'd you pick, honey?
Ian.
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 All right. On Love Connections, we always say we get both sides of the story. Now, we ask our couples not to speak to each other after their date, and we keep them apart so that they'll be a little less inhibited about telling their story. And Ian's backstage, so let's say hello to Ian Bernard. Hi, Ian. What was your first impression of Charlene? Very first time you saw her, what'd you think?
Well, I guess maybe that she was a little eccentric.
How could you tell that? I was thinking, okay. What happened on your day? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
Well, I decided we'd go to the Renaissance Fair.
Hold on just a minute. It's a fair, medieval kind of deal,
Yeah.
isn't it? Everybody dresses up in costumes and they go out, and it's kind of fun. It's very nice, yeah. Okay.
So I brought costumes and I picked him up, and my first impression was that he was cute, but I felt a little uncomfortable when I went in his apartment and the bed was out with the sheets rolled back.
Wait a minute.
No,
And he
I'll
kept-
be there in just a minute, Ian.
Story there.
And he kept on making this twitching noise. Like, I felt very uncomfortable. You know, he was pointing towards the bed.
Ian?
Wait a minute.
Okay, Ian, jump
First
in
of all, she didn't explain that she came an hour and a half late.
Oh.
10 minutes.
I mean, it was like I was taking a nap. I got tired of waiting.
I was 10 minutes late, and I'm glad that I was, because that was 10 minutes less.
I'm going to buy you a watch, Charlene.
Well, it turned out the Renaissance Fair wasn't that day. It was the day before and was canceled. No.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Hold everything just a second now. You're going to the... Are you in costume?
Yeah.
What were you dressed as?
You know those big dresses with the puffies underneath?
Yeah.
That was me.
What were you dressed as, Ian?
Well, she brought me over this costume with leotards and like, you know, like those things with puffy sleeves.
Oh, like a court jester.
And these little shoes with like bells on them.
Court jester, that's it.
Fortunately, I had other clothes because I knew. So we changed clothes and no problem.
Okay.
No big deal. And we went to a seafood restaurant. So we went out and had drinks on the terrace, and there was peanuts there. Well, you know how you're just supposed to have maybe 1 or 2 peanuts?
Not me, boy.
You ate 100.
Oh, well,
Wait. I was trying to, you know, get things going a little, so I was, you know, doing...
Figured peanuts would give you a little stuff.
No, I did a few peanut jokes, and she was just sitting there, and I don't know. I mean, like the dress she changed into was... Now, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but she, like, her bra straps kept falling out from underneath, you know?
But wait a second. Okay,
I don't know.
I have to say
You know, I'm
something.
not-
Well, the good part is 2 people sat down with us because they're big booths, and they said, can we join you? Thank the Lord.
Thank God.
So the guy that was there was really cute.
Was he?
So never mind him. I ended up flirting the whole time with him, and we exchanged numbers.
Okay. How did the date end at this point?
Well, after the couple got up and left, we decided to call it quits. So I brought him home, and on the freeway I had to keep the windows undone because he had cheap cologne on, too much. But
I thought she was trying to freeze me out of the car.
so I decided that I wasn't going to drop him off at home, and I would just drop him off to my nearest freeway exit.
What? You dropped this poor guy off at a freeway ramp?
I
Yeah,
knew I
but-
shouldn't have said I loved
Did you
walking.
walk home, Ian?
Yeah, about 10 blocks.
Oh, jeez. Well, it's time to see who the audience has picked for you guys, okay? Let's take a look, Charlene, and see who the audience has picked. He said, Joseph.
Joseph.
Now, you know how it works here. If you want to go out with Joseph, we'll be glad to pick up the tab.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Sure.
All right. Okay. Ian? Well, I'm really sorry I'm sorry, Ian, that things didn't work out for you on the date, but listen, we have a nice gift for you, and thank you for being on the show, and smile. Come on. There it is. Charlie, thank you. Hope you have a great time with your new date with Joseph.
Great.
We'll pick up the tab for that, okay?
Okay,
We have a
great.
nice gift for you as well.
Thank you.
We're going to come back with another couple in just a minute. Stay with us. All right, we're back. This time, let's meet a man who chose a date from our videotape library. He's a gourmet cook, says he picks up women in supermarkets. Please welcome David Koff. David, the obvious question, do you meet a lot of women in supermarkets?
Yeah, I would say supermarket's a very good place. Preferably looking sections, produce section. Honest, yeah.
You ever been married or you ever been close?
Never married close once.
Really?
The girl I dated, the funny thing was, whenever we'd go out to dinner, let's say a terrific place, there'd be a group laughing, and I'd say, or, you know, a couple doing something real intimate, and I'd say, well, she'd say, do you know why those people are having such a good time? And, no, you know why? And she says, because they're married. That's why. So that's why I'm not.
Getting married.
That's right. That's why I'm here.
Now that we know more about you, based on David's preferences, he was shown videotapes and questionnaires of 3 women. Now, we're going to show you a portion of those tapes he saw, and you in the audience, and you at home too, watch very closely, because we're going to ask you to pick the woman that you think is best for David. First, there was Diane. Now, Diane's from New York City. She calls herself an Italian bombshell, and here's the kind of men she dates.
The range of guy that asks me out is incredible. I get the short ones and the tall ones and the big ones and the skinny ones and the muscle ones that like to be able to pick up a petite girl and just fly her around. And then, of course, you get the divorced older man that, you know, they see a younger girl and drool down the cheek.
Next, there was Lynn. She likes amusement parks and sailing, and here's what she doesn't like.
What turns me off about a guy is either disgust with themselves, disgust with somebody else, anything disgusting, no, or just people that don't really care about themselves or about anybody else, or, you know, put people down, something like that. That really turns me off.
And finally, you watch Judy. Now, she was raised in Chicago, says she has an urban side and a rural side. And here's how she meets men.
Walking the street, walking my dog. I meet the most interesting people because, you know, people see me walking, and the dog is a natural way to strike up a conversation, and you meet on more real terms rather than on superficial, hey, baby, sitting in a bar stool kind of a thing.
David selected one of those women as his date, and before he tells us who he chose, we're going to show you all three women again. Okay, first there was Diane. Now, she's a credit card representative, and she's 29. And then there's Lynn, she's 25. She designs hats. Finally, Judy, who's 27 and works in public relations. Okay? Audience, time for you to use your voting machines. You've met David. You've seen his choices. Who do you think's best for David? Here in the studio and at home, too. Please make your choice right now. We're going to find out who the audience chose later, but first let's find out who David chose, okay? David, who was it?
I chose Diane.
Okay, now, on Love Connections, we get both sides of the story, and we ask our couples not to speak to each other after their date, okay? Now, at first, we keep them apart so they'll be less inhibited about telling their story, and Diane's backstage. So let's say hello to Diane Stefanucci. Hi, Diane. How are you, Diane?
I'm fine.
Diane, what's your first impression of David?
No, David, I really like you, David. No, I had a little bit of a cheat going on because when he had called me, I said, gee, you've got the upper hand here. This is no fair. You've got the rundown, you've got the videotaping, I've got nothing. Give me a break. So he said, well, a girl at work told me that I look like a tall Richard Dreyfuss. So that kind of gave me an idea of who I was going to meet. So David was not a shock to meet or anything. As a matter of fact, he's kind of cute.
Okay, David, this is where you tell us about the date. How did it go?
Okay, it started out very well. She showed up at my house. We went to San Diego to go sailing. She had a, if I can say, she's probably listening to everything, a very revealing outfit, a mini skirt and a short blouse that was nice. Turned out we went down there, and I told her that perhaps we should, you know, stay down. We're going to be sailing. We'll have a full day the following day, and I'll find out what kind of accommodations we'd have. And she said, that's fine. She says, just as long as the room doesn't have bugs. And so I figured singular room, you know, I'm going to be in heaven. But,
David, remember my father's high blood pressure, David.
Well, listen, nothing happened in spite of me, okay?
Now, Diane, you've, let's say at this point of the date, part of the date, you've spent most of the afternoon with David, and you're down in San Diego now, and things are kind of rolling along. How do you feel?
We got along well. We enjoy each other's company. We both were free to talk. We weren't inhibited in any way, which was nice.
David, you said we're not inhibited in any way, and David went, well, how did it end? Or are we ended yet?
Oh, we came back. My roommate liked her when she showed up, so we invited all of us and we went to dinner.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Had dinner.
It was a nice, long date.
Okay, David, here's where the audience comes into play, okay? We're going to find out who they chose. Let's find out who the audience chose for you. 55% they chose Judy.
You're kidding.
No, well, no, would I kid you? They chose Judy. Now, if you want to take our audience's advice, we'll pick up the tab for the second date. We picked up this one.
No, I like my date.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to stick with her, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's bring her out. Come on out, honey. Nice, yeah. Listen, I want to thank you both very much for being on Love Connection and sharing your date, and I'm sure that your father's not going to be upset now. Even though his high blood pressure, and we have a nice gift for you, and thank you again. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we return, the audience is going to select a date for our next guest. We're going to come right back. We're going to do something a little different now. Our next guest was shown videotapes of 3 men. Rather than choosing her own date, she's agreed to let our audience decide who she should go out with. So let's meet her now. She's divorced after 39 years of marriage. She enjoys museums, opera, the ballet. Please welcome Sedell Shook. Hi, Sedell. Hi, Eddie. I'm terrific. Finally, sit down. Find you a little end on my couch there. You comfortable?
Of course.
Good.
You're here.
Oh, how sweet. 39 years you were married. That's a
right.
long time. What happened?
You mean, why did I walk out?
Well, I guess that's a pretty good opening question.
Okay.
Sure. That's
I
better than
walked
mine.
out because of dishonesty on his part.
Oh.
No. It
No.
led to a terrific new life for me.
How do you like being single?
Oh, I love it.
Do you really?
I
Fidel, what kind of men do you like to date?
certainly do. Well, as far as height goes, from 2'2" to 7'7".
Big range, big range.
And I like something in the old noodle, or the young noodle.
Doesn't matter, age doesn't matter either.
No, 40 to 140 is okay, as long as they can dance
And
and
still
sing
think.
and think. That's what I need.
What is this you have right here? Can I see it?
You certainly can. Get a little closer. You're so adorable.
Sedell,
Yes.
are you making a move on me? What do you like to do on your date?
Well, square dancing is a lot of fun. Walking at the beach holding hands.
Nice.
Or a few other things that I don't want to enumerate at this time.
Okie dokie. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to show you portions of the videotapes that Sedell saw, okay? Now remember, Sedell agreed to let the audience here decide which one she should date. So watch very carefully. The first, there's George. Now, George was raised in Minnesota. He loves the desert and thinks that people don't get together because they're too shy.
Well, it's kind of sad, really. You know, there are a lot of people out there and who want to get together. They don't know how, and I think the big reason is mistrust and a basic shyness on the part of a lot of people.
All right, then there's Duke. Now, he's from Missouri. He likes to sing and dance, and here's what he likes about women, he says.
I'm a leg and a breast man. I like a woman that looks like a woman, not like a man or what have you. If I see a lady that's well-dressed or has beautiful eyes or beautiful hair, I say, excuse me, I don't mean anything by this, but you have beautiful eyes. Before you know it, well, we're going out to dinner.
Okay, finally. Finally, there's Orrin. Now, he was raised in St. Louis, and he'd like to trade places with Paul Newman. And here's the first thing he notices about a woman.
I enjoy women who have a nice smile. That's the first thing that turns me on a woman. She has a nice smile. If she's affectionate, sincere, warm type individual, isn't a know-it-all or a negative individual. I don't like negative people. I don't like negative people, period.
Okay, audience, now before we show you who Seidel should go out with, before you tell us, let's take a look at all three again, okay? You understand what I'm saying? First, there was George. He's a 63-year-old landscape contractor. Then Duke, now he's a PhD in biogenetics, and he's 70. And finally, Orrin, he's a retired Treasury employee who's 63. All right, it's all up to you now. It's time to vote. You've met Sedell. You've seen her choices. Who do you think she should go out with? Here in the studio audience and at home, please make your choice right now, okay? Crossing all her fingers and everything. The audience has already voted. Now we're going to take a look and see who it is. Who is it? 87%. This guy sounds fascinating. A PhD in biophysics? Is that what it was?
Biogenetics.
your date goes? You're going to come back and you're going to come back and tell us. I can't wait to see you again. Well, folks, that's our show for today, and because we believe that romance needs all the help it can get, we're going to be back tomorrow with more singles trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Some guests on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Litton microwave cookware featuring the 8-piece cook and serve set, which stacks compactly for storage, plus 2-quart clay simmer pot from Litton. Or Uline Combo 19 Ice Maker with 2.1 cubic foot refrigerator. May produce 22 pounds of ice cubes daily using minimum energy, no drain needed. Or Univac's dual purpose quart unbreakable stainless steel thermos. Wide mouth for foods, narrow neck for beverages. Available with tote bags from Univac. Or a versatile, full-valued 106-channel public service scanner radio. Scan for the action with Regency. This is Rob Roddy, speaking for Love Connection. This is Tricia. She's been told she looks like Connie Stevens. We showed her videotapes of these 3 single men, and she picked one as her date. Which one did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? And this is David, who says that women are easy to get along with, but hard to understand. Which one of these women did he choose? Which one will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
You know, there are more than 60 million single adults in the United States, so here on Love Connections, we've got a new way for singles to meet, and here's how it works. We've compiled a video library of hundreds of attractive and available single people. We then select some of those singles and show them 3 videotapes. After they watch the tapes, they choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and tell us what happened on the date. Now, to begin with, we're going to meet a woman who selected a date from our video library. She was raised in Pittsburgh. She likes men who wear cologne and 3-piece suits. And she says nothing embarrasses her. Please welcome Tricia Morris. Hi, Tricia.
Hi, Chuck. I'm really fine. How are you?
You sit down. Nothing?
Thank you.
Tricia, nothing embarrasses you?
Nothing embarrasses me, Chuck.
Now, you own a limousine service, is that right?
Yes, I do.
And you meet a lot of men through your work?
I meet a lot of men no matter what I do or where I go. I do a lot of traveling also, so...
How do foreign men compare to American men?
Well,
Tell the
it's
truth
like
now.
this, Chuck.
Okay.
I couldn't wait until I got to Europe because, you know, you watch all these movies and, you know, you see about all this romance.
Sure, yeah.
The European men just
Yeah.
seems to have so much more savoir-faire, right? Well, I want to tell you something. After being there and checking out the attitude and the consciousness of the European men, I'll take an American man any day.
What a girl. Based on Tricia's preferences, she was shown videotapes and questionnaires of 3 men. Now, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that she saw, and you in the audience and at home, too, watch very closely because we're going to ask you to pick the man that you think is best for Tricia, okay? So first, there was David. David's from Northern California. He likes to sing, roller skate, and ski, and here's what else he likes.
I love my feet being massaged, and I love to share acupressure and talk. I love to spend time on the beach doing things that are physical, intellectual.
Next was Dwayne. He was raised in Africa. He has a brown belt in karate, and he tells us what kind of women he likes.
Let's say the stereotype, real beautiful blonde with a perfect figure, you know, you're thinking about a 10. That's nice. I think the main thing is the girl's just attractive, and you know, attractive enough so that you aren't embarrassed to be with her.
And finally, you watched Warren. Now, he was raised in New York. He says he's not interested in anyone with children. And here's how he approaches women.
I'm very friendly. I'm very open. If I see someone I would like to meet, I like to approach them and talk about myself, talk about her, let her know that I find her attractive and interesting, and I'm single and would like to meet you.
Okay, now Tricia chose one of those men as her date. Before she tells us which one she chose, let's see all three of them again, okay? First there was David. He's a 41-year-old acupuncturist. And then Dwayne, he's a publisher, and he's 41 also. Finally, Warren, he's 39, and he's a clothing buyer. Okay, audience, time for your voting machines. You've met Tricia. You've seen her choices. Who do you think is best for Tricia? Here in the studio and at home, too. Please make your choice right now. Okay? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to find out who Tricia selected, and we're going to find out everything that happened on their date. You hang in there. In a little while, we're going to find out who the audience picked, but right now we're going to find out who Tricia selected. Tricia, who did you select?
David.
David, she grabs. Okay, now on Love Connections, we get both sides of the story. We ask our couples not to speak to each other after their date, and we keep them apart so they'll be less inhibited about telling their story. Now, David is backstage. I want to say hello to David Nickel. Hey, David. Hi, Chuck. How are you? Just fine. Yeah, David, I'm going to come back to you in just a second. Tricia, why did you pick David?
He has such fantastic energy. I'm talking about energy that where voices connect over the telephone. I mean, it was immediate.
Okay. I believe it. I mean, she's really... David?
I feel exactly the same way.
I could tell. I just had a feeling you were going to say that. What was your first impression when you
first I was
saw
wandering
her?
around the airport. Okay,
What?
she paid for my way to Palm Springs. And I was wandering around the airport, and where is she? And all at once, this limo drove up, and there was this blonde, and I went, no, it can't be. She got out, and it was just like that. I couldn't keep my hands off her.
That's why I put him in the back of the limo.
Tell me about your date.
Well, as David already told you, I flew him to Palm Springs because I was doing a charity event there, tennis tournament. So I flew him in, met him at the airport in the limousine. Then we went to the tennis tournament. And just as we were getting out of the limo, David said to me, Tricia, I want you to know that I'm open to anyone being healed with my services. David's an acupuncturist. The MC of the tennis tournament was Ron Masak, and he's sitting there with a big bandage on his knees and crutches and so forth and so on. And David said, someone else said, David's here to heal you.
Did it work?
It worked. He's sitting there with needles up and down his legs, and David's doing his little acupressure, and it was wonderful. Well, within 2 minutes, like a magnet, all of the celebrities, all of the pros, one with a shoulder, one with a knee. David became kind of the star of the whole thing.
Now, what happened after this, though, after this whole thing?
Then they had a little party for us, and then it was time to go back to L.A., so I put him in the back of the limo with a basket of grapes, and drove around Palm Springs a little bit, and then we headed back to L.A. And he was feeding me grapes on the way back because there was a little left over from the morning breakfast.
She was just so open and ready to experience some of the things that I wanted to offer her while she was driving. You should try to feed someone grapes.
You guys.
You should try to feed someone grapes that's driving in a limo. You know, just come around and she. Wow, I had a little hard time getting my finger out of her mouth. That's okay. Chuck, I want you to know I'm having a hard time sitting back here waiting.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's get it over with. Let's find out who the audience picked, okay? Quickly. Let's get over here. Warren, with how many, what is it, 47%? 47%. How disappointing. I guess. Of course, I got to say this to you. We'll pick up the tab if you want to go out with Warren.
Oh, no way.
You want to go with David?
I paid for 20 days with David.
All right.
Yeah? David, get out here. She wants to see you now. There he goes. Sit down here on the couch for a minute.
Oh, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, David. Yeah, well, good. Everything's going great for you, and even though the audience didn't pick you, I can see you guys are just really like each other.
You know, because of the love connection in her, I had a pro celebrity tournament this past weekend. I got another one coming up.
Good. We have a nice gift for both of you. Thank you very much for being on the show. It's been our pleasure. It really has.
It's been our pleasure.
Please let us know how your relationship develops. We'd like to know, okay?
Okay.
All right, I tell you what, we're going to come right back with another couple. I hope they're just as happy as this one. We'll do it. All right, we're back. This time, let's meet a man who chose a date from our videotape library. He was raised in Ohio. He says he loves a challenge, and he's taking his time about getting married. Please welcome David Lawrence. Did I get the last name right? Right. Very good. Sit down here. Thank you. Why are you taking your time, David, about getting married?
Why
Just rush
not?
headlong into it.
Why not? You don't want to rush into anything. You want to have a little bit of fun first.
You said you like a challenge, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. What kind of a challenge?
Well, I like a woman who's actually intimidating, I think is a good word. I just like someone who can put it to me intellectually, which may be cliche, but someone that is a challenge that way, and someone that's very pretty, and just go after him and see what happens.
Either on a par or above.
On or above, yeah. Okay. Just stretch a little bit, learn
Now that
something.
we know a little bit about you, based on David's preferences, he was shown videotapes and questionnaires of 3 women. Now, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that he saw, and you in the home audience, and you here in the studio audience as well, watch very closely because we're going to ask you to pick the woman you think is best for David. But first, there was Joyce. Now, she was raised in Cleveland, and she's working on a master's degree, and she tells us about her hobby.
But when I lived in New York City, I dated 5 nights a week. It used to be a hobby. But I decided that I would really look to do more interesting things than just date. I like younger men because they're more accepting. They're more aware of the new role of women. They treat you more like you're an individual.
Next, there was Penny. Now, she was raised in Chicago, says she's a typical Gemini, and here's how she approaches men.
I think by crazy, I just mean I'm not afraid to talk to people. And I'm not really afraid of rejection, like going up and asking somebody to dance. If they say no, I say, what's wrong with you? You're lost. Goodbye.
And finally, you saw Sharon. Now, she's from Tennessee. She likes to travel. And here are some of her thoughts on the singles scene.
I got very tired of the club scene. It's fun sometimes. I enjoy it now and then, but not on a week-to-week basis or daily basis at all. I don't know. I find that so many people, I suppose for different reasons, are, well, they're lonely, and so they seek companionship. But at the same time, they're afraid of commitment because I think there's so much divorce. And
Now, David selected one of those women as his date. Before he tells us who he chose, let's show you all 3 again, okay? First, there was Joyce. Now, she's a 32-year-old educational consultant. And then there's Penny. She's a personnel manager, and she's 27. And finally, Sharon. She's 26 and works as a secretary. Okay, audience? It's time for your voting machines. Now, you've met David. You've heard a little about him. You've seen his choices. Who do you think is the best lady for David? In a little while, we'll find out who the audience chose for David, but first, let's find out who he chose, okay? Who did you select, David?
I picked Sharon.
Sharon, interesting. Okay. Now, on Love Connection, we get both sides of the story, so we ask our couples not to see each other after their date, and we keep them apart so that they'll be less inhibited about telling their story. Sharon is backstage now, so let's say hello to Sharon Doss. Hi, Sharon. Listen, I'm going to come back and talk to you in just a minute. Let me ask David something, okay? David, why did you choose Sharon?
I liked her Tennessee accent, and I thought she was very attractive, and I felt a certain amount of chemistry for her. And basically was the reason.
Okay. Now, Sharon, you'd never seen David before. What was your first impression of him?
he was a very nice guy. You know, he had a nice personality. He laughed a lot, good sense of humor.
What happened on the date, David?
We went to the beach, to a nice ocean restaurant.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I wanted to park along the road there. And I didn't want to go in the lot because I was too cheap to pay the valet, you know.
Sharon, you want to add something to that?
Oh, well, I mean, they had valet parking, and I thought we might as well take advantage of it.
Okay. Yeah. Why not? All right.
Anyway, we
So
went...
you did the valet parking anyway?
Oh, yeah, I had to go in and give the guy $1. We went in, and they said it'll be about you know... You got
doled out one heavy buck?
You got to be sensible nowadays.
You went in, you had dinner?
Had dinner, yeah. She had lobster. I had a steak or something. And
excellent dinner. We had a
yeah,
very nice
it was
dinner.
quite good.
Good dinner. Okay.
It was quite good.
What happened after? How much was it? How much was the dinner, by the way?
I don't know, around $50. She said she wanted. I wanted to get some wine. You know,
Yeah.
just the type you drink with the guys that you. But she said California wine makes me break out in a rage. You know. Anyway, we talked. We had a good time in the restaurant. Talked, and the rapport was there. And she told me a little bit about her background. I told her some of mine, tried to keep out the sordid parts. And we were if we want to get to the late show and see a movie. Okay. Anyway, we found it lucky. We found another parking place. I didn't have to pay there either. And
We only walked 2 blocks that time.
$50 for dinner and eludes 3 parking attendants.
Exactly.
Sharon, how are things going at
well,
this point?
I'd say that's pretty much right. It was very cold in the theater, and I had worn a silk outfit that was, you know, I got kind of chilly, and Davey was nice enough to loan me his sweater, and I thought that was very nice.
Loaned him his sweater instead of his arm? Did he? Okay. How did your date end?
Well, I drove her home and found a parking place. It was kind of.
And then did you have to pay for it?
No, didn't have to pay for it. I was 2 for 3, and walked her up to her apartment on the 2nd floor and said she was a nice lady and kissed her goodnight, missed her mouth, and hit her cheek. And, you do the best you can, and it was a nice date.
I'm kind of interested to see who the audience picked. You want to see?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look over here and see who they have picked for you. They picked Sharon. All right. Now, if you take the audience's advice, we'll pick up the tab. We'll even give you some little extra maybe for parking.
Good. I would like that.
And you can take Sharon out again. Would you like that?
That would be fun.
Yeah. Sharon, how about you? Would
It's
you
up
like
to
to go
her,
out with
though.
David again?
Well, I like David as a person. I think he's a very nice guy. You know, it was a pleasant evening. I didn't feel the chemistry that David felt. I think we could be great friends, but I don't think that there is a romantic interest there.
Well, that's fair enough. Listen, honey, thank you for being on Love Connection. We have a nice gift
Thank
for
you.
you. Thank you for your candid responses, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Bye,
David,
David.
I'd like to thank you very much, too, and maybe you'll get fixed up again. Who knows? On a previous show, the studio audience selected a date for our next guest, and when we come back, we're going to find out what happened on that date. Stay with us. A while back, our next guest agreed to let our studio audience choose her date for her. Let's meet her again and find out what happened on that date, okay? She was raised in Wabash, Indiana, says she loves to spend money. Please welcome Carolyn Castillo. Hey, Carolyn. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Thank you.
Tell me. Well, before we hear you about your date, what do you mean you like to spend money? What is that?
Well, doesn't every woman like to spend
Well,
money?
I guess everybody likes to spend money. What do you like to spend money on?
Fun things.
Like?
Artwork,
Mm-hmm.
jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
trips.
Yeah?
Yeah, big things. Big items.
Big stuff.
Big spend.
Now, the last time you were here, we showed the audience tapes of 3 men, and they chose Dennis, or you chose. Oh, no, they chose. That's right. They chose Dennis
Nothing
Berg
to
as
do
your
with
date. And you and Dennis went out, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
How'd it go?
Well, it was great.
Well, before you tell me all about it, Dennis is backstage.
Yes.
Let's bring him on the television here, okay?
Okay.
Dennis, are you back there?
I sure am, Chuck.
How you doing?
Just great, thank you.
Good. Now, you're the gentleman our audience picked for Carolyn. What was your first impression of her?
Very good. I mean, very attractive lady. Just
pretty, isn't she?
Very nice, and appealed to me right away. It doesn't take me long. If I see someone that appeals to me, it clicks right away.
Good, good. Okay, now, Carolyn, spill the beans.
Okay.
What happened on the date?
Well, first of all, as I said, I wanted to create an atmosphere of total elegance and class and, you know, great date.
Really?
So I hired a limo, okay? So when he came to the door, the limo was there waiting for us. We get in the car, the driver takes off. We're trying not to spill the wine on each other, you know, and the first thing out of his mouth is, "I can't believe how much you look like my first wife." And I went,
Sorry about
you know,
that.
I said, you know, you could have gone all night without saying it. You know, I didn't know if it was good, if it was bad, you know.
It was good.
Because I didn't know how to read that one, you know. It says, okay, moving right along, you know, let's have some more wine. Anyway, so we went down to the beach to a very elegant restaurant, had a wonderful meal. It was just very, Dennis is an excellent conversationalist.
I thought you were going to say he's an excellent eater.
I'm that too. I do that too.
That's a good. I know. I'm off on another world today.
Yes, right.
Yeah. What happened then?
Oh, we ordered wine, and we just had a very, very nice time.
Nice.
And took the coast route home. Well, when we got to the door, when we got home, The chauffeur turned around and like in a cab, oh, that'll be a, you know, X number of dollars, lady. Well, I was really embarrassed. I really was. And I was angry because I wanted this to be very nice. So I said to Dennis, do you mind getting out of the car?
You made him get out of the car.
I made him
Yes,
get out of
she
the car.
did.
And I let the chauffeur have, cut him off at the
Dressed him
kneecap.
down.
Oh, no. I packed him up and put him away.
Cut him off.
Yeah, right.
Gee, and he was pretty strong.
I was just very upset because I thought it was a very tacky end to an otherwise
So you
very,
got him
very
straightened
nice.
out then?
Yes, right.
How'd the date end then?
We went inside and we had Grand Marnier and sat and got comfortable. And I mean, I faded. He said, I know you have a big drive ahead of you. I know it's a long way. So I said, if you would like to crash here on my couch, that's fine. But I said, I have to go to bed. So he says, oh, I appreciate it. He was very much of a gentleman. He says, no, I can make it home. I'm fine. So that was the end of the evening. It was great.
I had other thoughts, but at least she offered me her couch. It could have been worse. She could have said, sleep in your car.
That's true, yeah. So
I
you
was
made it
okay
home.
there.
Now, I got to tell you something. You guys sound like you had a wonderful time.
We really did.
Date.
She's terrific.
Yes.
Carolyn, since you were such a good sport and you let the audience choose your date for you, if you'd like to go out with Dennis again, we'd like to pick up the tab for another date. Would you like to do that?
Thank you. That'd be very nice.
Yeah, Dennis, is that okay with you?
That's just fine with me.
Why don't you come out and join us on stage, Dennis? All right, now I only have one instruction for you since we're picking up the tab for this. I feel like now you cannot go to sleep this next time. Okay?
She didn't exactly go to sleep.
She didn't go to sleep?
No, she tried to. I kept her up. But,
Kept slapping me.
This is a nice gift for both of you. I thank you very much for being on Love Connection. Maybe we'll see you again, huh?
You will.
Yeah, well, listen, that's our show for today. We're going to be back tomorrow with more singles trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery, and I hope to see you then. Bye-bye.
Some guests on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Jovan Musk. Drop for drop, Jovan Musk has brought together more men and women than any other fragrance in history. Try it today and see for yourself. Jovan Musk. Or a tote bag from Pan American World Airways. Across the country and around the world, serving 6 continents, 47 countries, and over 110 cities. Pan Am, you can't beat the experience. Or a versatile, full-valued 106-channel public service scanner radio. Scan for the action with Regency. Or Uline Combo 19 Ice Maker with 2.1 cubic foot refrigerator. May produce 22 pounds of ice cubes daily using minimum energy. No drain needed. This is Rob Roddy speaking for Love Connection. This is Jennifer. She's never been married and is not that anxious to try it. We showed her videotapes of these 3 single men, and she picked one as her date. Which one did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? And this is Pam. She would like to get married, and she's looking for a doctor or a lawyer. Which one of these men did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
Welcome to the show. You know, there are more than 60 million single adults in the United States, so here on Love Connections, we've got a new way for singles to meet, and here's how it works. We've compiled a video library of hundreds of attractive and available single people. We then select some of those singles and show them 3 video tapes. After they watch the tapes, they choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and tell us what happened on the date. Now, to begin with, we're going to meet a woman who selected a date from our video library. She was raised in Northern California. She likes to paint eggs. And she says that strange things are always happening to her. Please welcome Jennifer Ball.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Come sit down.
Okay.
Jennifer, your palms are all wet. Are you nervous?
No, I just sweat a lot.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. I sweat a lot, too.
Do you?
Yeah. What kind of strange things happening to you?
Well, I get robbed a lot at gunpoint.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I was helping these 3 guys jumpstart their car, and they robbed me. Well, they had an argument about whether they would rob me or not.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Do strange things happen on your dates?
Sometimes, I guess, yeah.
What do your dates think of you?
What are my dates like?
What do they think of you?
Well, a lot of times they're skeptical of my personality. They think I'm really spacey. They kind of wonder how I get through life.
Well, don't get robbed anymore.
Okay, I won't.
Now that we know a little bit more about Jennifer, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that she saw. So watch closely because you're going to get to vote, okay? First, there was Bruce. Now, he's from Baltimore, Maryland. He's turned off by vain women, and here's how he describes himself.
Bruce is a fun guy, likes to do a lot of romantic things, sunsets, walks on the beach, good wine, good music, good women. It's my motto.
Next, there was Alex. Now, he was raised in San Francisco. He likes to dance, cook, and play polo, and he explains his philosophy of life to us.
I believe in living for today. Somebody said life is what's happening while you're planning for tomorrow. So I don't sit around and plan for tomorrow. You see so many people who are upset because the sun's not shining. But I find a wonderful thing to do on a cloudy day.
Finally, there's GJ. Now, he likes to take girls on his boat and not leave the dock, so he says, and he also likes to act silly at parties.
Whenever I'm at a party, I always feel like I should be the center of attention. And so when I do go, whoever I go with feels left out. Last party I went to, my friend had it was a New Year's Eve party, and I filled this fish tank with a couple of 6-packs of beer.
Okay. Now, before we find out who Jennifer chose, let's see all 3 men again, okay? First, there was Bruce. Now, he's 28-year-old sales representative. And Alex, he teaches piano, and he's 34. And finally, GJ, and he's a 27-year-old financial consultant. Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Who do you think's the best man for Jennifer? Here in the studio and at home, too. Please make your choice right now. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to find out who you selected and everything that happened on their date. We'll be right back. We're going to find out who the audience chose in just a little while, but first let's find out who Jennifer chose. Who did you select?
Alex.
Alex. Okay, now we, here on Love Connections, we hear both sides of the date. Alex is backstage, so let's welcome Alex Forrester. Alex, how are you? Alex, I'm going to get back to you in just a second, okay? What made you pick Alex?
Because you used the word vapid. I really like that word.
Vapid?
Yeah.
Alex, what was your what did you think of first when you saw Jennifer?
Oh, it was heaven.
Okay, sounds like we're off to a good start. Yeah. Tell us what happened on the date.
Well, first, actually, during the day, he called me up and left me messages, which was, I work at a country club, and he left them at the switchboard, and they'd call me up and give me these messages.
Like what?
I don't really remember what he said.
Let's see if he does.
Okay.
See, do you remember what the messages were?
The first one was from Mr. Wright, just reminding her that tonight was the night.
Made me very nervous. I don't really like rhymes very much.
Oh, I see.
So.
Tell me what happened on your date.
Well,
okay?
So we went on a really nice cruise around the marina, which was my idea. And then he brought a bottle of wine and some bread. And then, and he also used the expression joie de vivre in a sentence 3 times.
Joie de vivre.
Yeah, but in a sentence 3 times.
Oh.
So then it took so long for us to have the meal that he ordered another carafe of wine, and I was thinking, oh no, I don't think I should drink this much.
I mean, really?
Yeah, because I hadn't eaten all day.
Nothing?
Well, a little bit at 11:30, but anyway.
What time was it now?
It was about 8:30 or 9.
Oh my God.
I know. And so anyway, I guess I fell asleep in the salad because...
Asleep in the salad?
Wait, it gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse.
And then he realized he was going to have to take me outside, and I was like really holding on to him, and I ended up throwing up on his shoes.
You threw up on your date?
I know, it wasn't very nice.
Alex.
I've had that effect on people before. I can't help it. He ordered coffee to try to save this wonderful evening.
He did?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Well, what happened after you threw up on him?
Well,
It's a strange segue into another question. I know, but it's all I can get.
Well, I guess I threw up on his shoes. I don't even remember that. It was really nice because he protected my clothes. It was my roommate's clothes, actually. And then he drove me home.
Are these your clothes?
No, these are my roommates. This is actually what I wore on the date. You can tell that. So he drove me home. And I don't really remember very much. I just know he drove me home. Well, I do remember that he kind of used an English accent.
What did you say in English, with an English accent?
We were just heading toward the front door and talking about the front door and how beautiful it was and that we were going to make it in an upright position, and we did.
So he took you home and you don't remember anything else? Don't remember how it ended? How did you get to your room?
I don't know.
Carefully, very carefully.
I didn't have a hangover, though.
You didn't?
No.
You seem okay now.
Yeah.
Well, let's see who the audience picked for you. You kind of anxious to see that?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, let's do that right now. What did they pick? We're looking. Alex, 41%. You know, if you take the audience's advice, you may be able to have a sober date. And we'll pay for it. What do you think?
Can I say no?
Hey, Alex, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. You have a nice gift, and thanks for coming on the show, though.
I was hoping to make it through an entree with her.
Well, gee, what can I say? Maybe we'll see you again soon.
I hope so.
Okay, Jennifer, honey, thank you. We have a nice gift for you. You're delightful.
Thank
we hope
you.
to see you again, too. And we're going to come right back with just another couple in just a minute. Just watch. Okay, we're back. This time, let's meet a woman who chose a date from our video library. She was raised in Cleveland. She drinks expensive wines and likes to fool around, eventually. Please welcome Pam Pulaski. Pam? Hiya, Pam. We got to get this straightened out right away now, Pam. What do you mean you want to fool around eventually?
Well, I'm an old-fashioned girl, and I
see.
never fool around on the first date.
You think men find you attractive?
No, they don't find me attractive. They don't find me.
Now, come on, Pam. You don't believe that?
No, it's true. It's true. I have a very attractive friend named Vicky, and we go out occasionally, and we sit down and at a bar or whatever, and I see the guys, you know, and out of the corner of my eye, I see where they're looking. I mean, it's very obvious.
Where are they looking?
They're looking at Vicky.
I don't believe you think you're ugly. Listen, on Love Connection, it doesn't matter because you did the choosing. Now, we're going to show a portion of the tapes that Pam saw, and pay attention because you're going to get the vote again. First, there was Dayton. He's lived all over the West. He likes telling jokes, and he's about to make an announcement to his girlfriend.
I have just made a decision since last weekend, to end this relationship, and it's been a very short term. It's only been for 3.5 months. In fact, I'll be announcing this to her tonight.
Next, there was Bruce. Bruce was raised in Los Angeles, and his girlfriends have to get along with his cat, so he says. I guess you would call him romantic.
I think gestures are real important. Something as simple as maybe sending a woman you're interested in a greeting card for no reason. Or maybe writing an affectionate note and sticking it in her purse or her shoe to when she finds it later.
Finally, there was David. David's from Buckeye, Arizona. He says he's competitive and he hasn't been dating much lately, and let's find out why.
I just like to meet ladies. I like to get to know them. I'd like some more friends. I just moved here from another city, and I would like to meet some ladies.
Pam, before you tell us who you chose, let's show the audience all three men once again, okay? First, there was Dayton. He's a 31-year-old pension plan consultant. And then there's Bruce. He's an author, and he's 31. And finally, David, who's 30, and he's a marketing executive. Okay, audience, you've met Pam. You've seen her choices. Who do you think's the best for her? Okay, we're going to find out who the audience picked a little later, but right now, let's find out who Pam selected.
I picked Dayton.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he was gorgeous.
Well, I can't wait to meet him. Let's say hello to Dayton right now. Please welcome Dayton Taylor. Hey, Dayton.
Hi, Chuck. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Great.
Tell me what happened on your date.
We drove up in his car, and we went out to brunch, and although I made a mistake and I didn't have reservations for the place we went to brunch at, and so I was really impressed when he handed the hostess some denomination of money to get us in there. So I was impressed with that.
Before you tell me about the whole, it sounds like it went pretty well. I mean, from both sides. He said you grew on him, and you said you liked him right off. Why don't we get him out here?
Okay.
Have him join it. She seems they haven't seen each other since their date. So let's let them meet again, okay? Bring out Dayton Taylor. Dayton, come on out. Hi, Dayton. How are you? What a guy. Well, seems like Dayton's the perfect date. Is that right? Did he do anything wrong?
Yes. Well, we went into a bookstore in Santa Barbara, and he picked up this little book called Big Boobs.
Big Boobs.
No, it was a little book about big boobs. And
I'll let you guys work this out.
No. And he kept reading all these stories about if you have big boobs. And someone who is a 34 AAA does not relish hearing about women with big boobs.
Dayton, did you buy the book?
About to.
About to buy it, but you didn't.
But I already had a date, so I decided that Pam was going to be it for the day. I didn't need big boobs.
Well, other than that, Pam, did everything else work out okay?
Well, everything was going swimmingly, as they say, until we had dinner. And remember when we saw Dayton's honest tape where he said he was going and breaking up with this girl?
Yeah, right.
Well, I found out at dinner that he didn't break up with this girl.
Got to keep in mind that Pam's very aggressive now.
And in our conversations before we went out on this date, he described this girl as an 11.
On the tape, he said he was breaking up with her.
Absolutely. But what had happened was that she had flown off to Mexico for a little over a week.
Is this Pam or your...
No, my ex-girlfriend.
Miss 11, okay. Yeah. We'll just refer to her as 11.
Now,
she'd flown to Mexico, yes.
Right, my ex-girlfriend. Okay. So upon returning from Mexico is when we had our discussion. So, yes, at that time, I guess I had a girlfriend, yes.
At this very moment, you're free and clear.
Absolutely.
Must be a load off your mind, Pam.
Free and clear. So we're both right.
Well, now that that's all cleared up, I think we should see who the audience chose. Let's take a look at that right now, okay? Uh-oh. Bruce! The audience went for Bruce! Whoa! Well, you know what this means, Pam. If you want to follow the audience's advice and counsel, we can certainly pick up the tab for you and Bruce.
Well, it's a very nice gesture on your part, but as I recall, Bruce was the man who weighed less than I did, and I...
Listen, I guess you're going to have to catch the finances for your next date. Dayton, yeah, but good luck to both of you. I guess we've done our job then. You guys are together.
You've done good.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we return, the audience is going to select a date for our next guest. And we're going to come right back. Okay, now we're going to try something just a little bit different. Our next guest was shown videotapes of 3 women, and rather than choose his own date, he has agreed to let our audience, our studio audience here, decide who he should go out with. We're going to meet him right now. He loves dancing and betting on football games. He says he's a great boyfriend, but not a very good husband. Please welcome Benny Richards. Hey, Benny. How you doing? All right. How you sit down on the couch?
Okay.
Okay, Benny. Here, I'll take that. Hand me that. That's okay. Why do you make a good boyfriend but not a very good husband, Benny?
Oh, I guess I'm not very good in marriage.
Why not? Tell me about your marriages.
I'm 0 for 2. First wife was literally in and out. It was quick. It was 5 months.
5 months, that's pretty quick.
The second wife was completely different. You walked into my house and all you heard was water. Constantly cleaning.
Cleaning.
Unbelievable. If you went and got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, came back, the bed was made. All right, I'll give you time.
What are your dates usually like? Tell me about some
My
of your
dates?
Yeah.
They either love me or hate me. And it all came about, I'd say, after my 0 for 2 marriage performance, when I really realized that women were much smarter than men.
Really? They like that.
Don't get too crazy. Don't get too crazy. There's 6 steps ahead of me, and I've learned not to listen to what they say.
Why?
Easy. No, I always thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
Concerning women. I was the best. They were planning ahead. On a first date, they're thinking of armoires, throw rugs, end tables.
Decorating the place.
Of course. They're looking for furniture.
I see.
I'm looking to take them home. It's incredible. And you run on a streak. Sometimes you get hot. Sometimes you get cold. I'm in a bad streak now. That's why I considered letting people choose for me.
We're going to show you some portions of the videotapes of the women that Vinny saw. Okay, now remember, Vinny has agreed to let the audience, our studio audience here, decide which one he should date. So watch very carefully. First, we have Becky. Now, she was raised in Arizona, loves rock and roll music. Let's hear what she has to tell you, okay?
I don't know what it is about my appearance, and they'll just come on very strong to me. Hey, baby, how's it going? And that turns me off. I like someone who's more subtle, who would come up and approach me with, hi, my name is John, and how are you this evening? Something rather than a big, strong, heavy line, like, haven't I met you before?
Well, that leaves you out, Vinny. She's looking for a guy named John.
I'm through.
Next, there was Karen. She was raised in Antioch, Illinois. She loves water sports, and she explains why she's still single.
None of my boyfriends, no matter how nice I am or how good I am to them, they just don't want to get married. Oh, well, my boyfriend I lived with for 7 years, he wanted to be a rock star, and he was writing music, and he said it would be bad for his image if he ever got famous if he was married. So that way, he was finally out. My other boyfriend, I think I was more successful than he was, and that he couldn't handle it. So that's what happened to him. And my other boyfriend wanted to have children.
And finally, we have Marcia. Now, she's from Wichita, Kansas. Her work has kept her on the road for a long time, and she's now ready for a change.
Yeah, I go out a lot, or have been. I feel like I've been in hibernation in a lot of ways, really, actually, kind of hiding inside, going through some changes, but I have been going out with people. And now I feel like I'm coming out of the shell, out of the cocoon, and I'm ready to really be involved. And I would like to marry, or at least live with, in a serious fashion, someone, and look at roots. I feel it's time to do that.
Okay, audience, now before you decide who Vinny should go out with, let's show you all 3 women again. Okay, first, there was Becky. Now, she's a 31-year-old personnel assistant. Then there's Karen. She's a fashion designer, and she's 32. Finally, Marcia, who is 37 years old, and she's a composer. Time to decide which of these 3 women would be the best date for Vinny. Make your choice right now, okay? Okay, we have a choice. Here it comes, okay? Karen. That's got to be... There it is, Karen, 45%. She had the rock star as a boyfriend who didn't want to get married because...
She's got a lot of trouble with me now, what do you see?
Any ideas about your first date? What do you think you'll do?
Love Connection picks up the fee. I will take it to the racetrack immediately. Of course. You're not making a fortune here. You know, I got to double the money, triple the money. And if I bust out, back to the house for a swim.
You got a pool, of course.
I don't have a house or a pool, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Listen, I want you to go out on this date now, Vinny, and come back and tell us all about it. I can't wait to hear this one.
I know you can.
Okay, folks, that's our show for today. Because we believe that romance needs all the help it can get, we're going to be back tomorrow with more singles trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Some guest on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Ambiance Night Musk. All the intrigue of musk, deliciously blended for those special night moods. Put it on and have an Ambiance Night. Ambiance Night Musk from Prince Machiavelli. Or a versatile, full-valued R106 10-channel public service scanner radio. Scan for the action with Regency or Can-Am. Across the country and around the world. From Antigua to Zurich, Boston to Bombay. Pan Am puts its experience to work for you each and every day. Or Uline Combo 19 Ice Maker with 2.1 cubic foot refrigerator may produce 22 pounds of ice cubes daily using minimum energy. No drain needed. For Love Connection, this is Rod Roddy. This is Brenda, who would like to stay single for another 10 years. We showed her videotapes of these 3 single men, and she picked one as her date. Which one did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? And this is Mary, who says she's learned a lot from her grandchildren. Which one of these men did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they pick, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
You know, there are more than 60 million single adults in the United States. So here on Love Connection, we got a new way to have singles meet. And here's how it works. We've compiled a videotape library of hundreds of attractive and available single people. We select some of those singles and we show them 3 videotapes. After they've watched the tapes, they choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and they tell us what happened on their date. So to begin, let's meet a woman who selected a date from our video library. She was raised in Rhode Island. She says she's very single and would only get married if she could have 2 husbands. Please welcome Brenda Beatty. Brenda, come on and say hi. How you doing, sweetie? Fine, good. Come join me on the couch. Brenda.
Yes?
First question I have to ask you is, what do you mean by very single?
I date 5 guys. And that's the way to be very single.
Boy, I guess. Gee, me. Why are you here? Aren't 5 guys enough?
Well, 5 days already failed, and I had to fail the other 2.
Saturday, Sunday. Why do you think you'd need 2 husbands?
I'm a very active person.
You're going to give up your social life, this active social life, I might add, to get married.
Well, the time I get married, the day the ring is slipped on the finger, I will stop.
Stop what?
Hanky-pankying. But the night before, if I'm still single, I will mess around.
The night before you get married? Well, I tell you what, let's see if Brenda found the man to change your mind about staying single, okay? We're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Brenda saw. Now, you pay attention because you're going to get to vote. First, there was Joe. He's from Baltimore. He's into nutrition. And here's how he approaches women.
Well, I would tell a lady if she did move real nice to me that I like the way you move. You know, you look nice. And usually if the response is a smile, then whatever I feel like I'd say next or whatever she would say. But if it's a defensive attitude, like she's mad or didn't like it, I would leave it alone. But it has happened that after I've left it alone, she would make a move to me later. You know, it's usually like on a bus or something.
Next, there was Roth. He's from Oklahoma. He says he's hyperactive and he doesn't approach women.
I really don't approach women. Like some guys have their little lines or something like that. They say, hey, mama, or what's happening? You looking good? I think women are changing these days. I think they the one that letting the guy know if they want to be seduced or not.
And finally, you watch Steve. Now, Steve's from Cleveland. He says very few women turn him down.
Just like the other night, me and my friend, we was pulling in the garage, you know, and some guy and his lady was, you know, standing outside the car. And as they was walking past, she said, "You sure cute." You know, so I started talking with her. She started talking with me. And then told me, pretend like I know her already, and slipped me her phone number.
Now, Brenda, you chose one of these men as your date.
Mm-hmm.
Before we reveal it to the audience, let's show them all three men again, okay? First, there was Joe. He's a 34-year-old construction worker. Then there was Roth, 27 years old, who works as a banquet waiter. Finally, Steve, he's a 30-year-old chauffeur. Okay, audience, you've just met Brenda. You've seen her choices. Who do you think is the best man for Brenda? Here in the studio and at home, please make your choice right now. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to find out who you selected and everything that happened on their date. We'll be right back. Now, in a little while, we'll find out who the audience picked, but right now, we're going to find out who Brenda selected. Okay, Brenda, who did you pick?
I picked Roth.
You picked Roth.
Yes.
Did you think he measured up to the guys you usually date?
No.
Now, I want to ask you something, Brenda. It sounds like you may have had some problems here. Where did they start? How did they start?
When we called the first time, his mother answered. He was sleeping. And then I told him I'll call him back again. We talked a couple minutes. Then I said I'll call him back tomorrow night, which was Thursday. And he was sort of like the eye on the phone. We talked about 5-10 minutes, and I told him we're going to go out Friday morning, and we're going to go to the beach about 10, then go out to like a late lunch, then go to a movie. That'd be a nice day. So I thought that was perfect. Well, Friday morning comes around. Call him at 10 o'clock. He's sleeping again.
Whoops. No beach time on Friday.
No. And I said, what time's a better time for you? He goes, 2 o'clock be good. I said, okay, 2 o'clock. So he shows up at 2:30.
Let me say this. Okay, on Love Connections, we normally get both sides of the story. Now, Roth is backstage, okay? And let's meet him right now, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Roth.
Hi, Chuck. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Brenda.
Roth, let me ask you, what did you think of Brenda on the phone?
Well, she was a very interesting lady from the very beginning, but as soon as she seen me in person, the whole complex of the whole date just changed completely from the very beginning.
How'd she look to you?
Well, I was looking to go out have a very good time, but this woman had on a pair of brown sandals, green socks, a pair of jeans, and a green T-shirt that looked like she played for the Oakland A's. Well, I'm telling you, we were supposed to go out and have a good time, a night out on the town.
Well, Brenda, how did you feel about the way you
Well,
were
when
dressed?
he came through the door, he goes, my, what a pretty woman.
I'll give you some credit. You did look pretty good.
Did you find anything to talk about?
We did not talk. We argued from the moment on.
No, we never did.
Yes, we did.
We never did.
We did.
Listen, we talked mostly about your 5 boyfriends that you're currently dating right now.
Okay, wait a minute, time out. The show is I plan the date, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I told you we're going to go to Redondo Beach, right? Where did we end up 2 hours later?
Where did you end
Venice?
up 2 hours later?
We went to Venice Beach from the very beginning. I thought that would be a nice place to walk the beach and get very romantic. But there was nothing romantic about our dates. No intimacy. As soon as she seen me, a mother-son relationship was established.
Wait, Roth, wait.
Time out.
A mother-son relationship?
Exactly. She was 29, I was 27. I guess she was expecting an older guy.
Okay.
Now you tell me, you guys.
Okay.
Obviously, you didn't argue at all.
I am the date. You are the datee. I
Right.
plan the date.
Did you guys ever get to dinner?
Okay, well, yes, we finally did. We got lost from Venice to Redondo Beach, but we finally made it. And mostly at dinner, we didn't do too much. We didn't talk. She didn't even ask me anything about myself. I don't even know. I don't even think she know where I'm from.
Yes.
Or what
wait a
sign
minute.
I am.
Brenda, where's he from?
He originally is from Oklahoma.
What part?
You didn't
Oh,
ask.
wait a minute. We're not going to get down to grade schools and high schools here. She nailed you, Val.
But okay, anyway.
Now, wait a minute. Where does he come from after Oklahoma?
He lives in Long Beach.
Is that right,
Oh,
Ron?
really? Yeah, that's true.
Well, I have a fit. She was paying attention. Was the food good at least?
Oh, listen, believe me or not, this woman can put away some food. What? She can sit down and eat.
I have to ask. Wait a minute. What? I think I missed something there, Roth.
Okay,
What do you mean she can put away food?
She can sit down and eat competitively with any member of the LA round. I mean, she can put away some food.
Hold it. Now, wait a
There's
minute.
nothing wrong with that.
Now, wait a minute. She ought to have a chance here to, you should be able to defend herself.
Does an LA Ram look like this?
Well, I don't know how it look on camera, baby, but...
Yeah, okay.
Whoa,
Time out.
no. I'm almost afraid of what you did after dinner.
She said she needed her beauty sleep. She had to go to a wedding the next day. She wanted to be home by 8:30, and I did my best to get her home on time.
Yes. I
Did you-
told you I had a wedding, which was a lie, just to get away from you.
Time for just a second here. I guess you wouldn't call this a match made in heaven. It's going to be interesting to see who the audience chose. I can't wait to see this. Let's reveal and see who the audience chose out of this group. Let's show that right now. Oh my gosh, they picked rock. Oh, Brenda, of course you follow the audience's advice. We'll pick up the tab for your next date. Is there any way on earth or in heaven that we could convince you to go out with Roth again?
Maybe in hell.
Oh, shit. Roth, thanks a lot for being with us, pal. Maybe we'll see you again sometime.
Oh, yeah. Good luck, Brenda.
Thanks. Brenda, honey, thank you for being with us on Love Connection. That's all right, honey. Listen, that's fine. Thanks for being with us. Maybe we'll see you again soon, too.
Yes. Love Connection will be right back.
Welcome back. This time, let's meet a woman who chose a date from our video library. She was raised in Texas, but she learned all about life in Europe. Please welcome Mary Hayes. Come on up, Mary. How are you, honey?
Well, good to see you.
What did you learn about life in Europe?
Oh, well, I grew up in Texas, and I was a very staunch Southern Baptist, and we had lots of don'ts. I learned lots of do's in Europe, and they were fun.
What did you learn? Want to talk about it, Mary?
Well, I learned that having a lot of fun really wasn't all that bad.
Mary, you got a little twinkle in your eye.
But I sure like to be in control.
Oh, is that right?
Isn't that awful?
Now that we know a little bit more about you, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Mary saw. Now, you pay attention because we're going to ask you to vote again, okay? First, there was James. Now, he was raised in California. Says he's a crazy man, and here's the kind of women he likes to date.
My lady friends, the ones that I'm currently dating, range from 39 to 43. I prefer the younger ones. They keep me a little more on my toes, a little more lively.
Next, there was Robert. Now, he was raised in Florida, loves jazz, and here's how he feels about the generation gap.
Yeah, I don't like the new-fangled dancing. I'll get out and jitterbug like crazy. And the new stuff, give me a couple of drinks, and you'll think that I'm the world's greatest, or at least I'll think I'm the world's greatest. But I don't really like to do that.
And finally, you watch Jack. Now, he was raised in the Midwest, likes to play tennis, and here's what he says about himself.
I find that I'm a very sexual person, and I think that people are on different levels of sexuality. And you can read in the morning newspaper about the writing in, my husband wants to have sex and I don't, or just the reverse. And I think that it'd be important to have someone on the same level and be sexually compatible.
All right, now before we find out who Mary chose as her date, let's see all three of these men again, okay? First there was James. He's a 61-year-old general contractor. And then there was Robert. He's 51 and works as a freelance photographer. And finally Jack. He's a financial consultant and he's 52. Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Who do you think is best for Mary? Here in the studio and at home, please make your choice right now, okay? Okay, Mary, who'd you select?
I chose Jim.
All right. On Love Connections, we always hear both sides of the date. James is backstage, so let's welcome James Van Hosen. Hi, James.
Hey, Chuck.
How are you?
Great. How about yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. James, I'm going to come back and talk to you in just a minute. Let me ask Mary something, though. Why did you pick James?
Well, he had a sense of humor, and he seemed like he was a man of adventure.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. James, what was your first impression of Mary now that you'd never seen her before?
I knew she was a school teacher.
Oh, did you?
Sure. Talked a lot and lively as she could be.
Great. Sounds like you guys got off to a good start, yeah?
Well, we did. I called Jim, and we talked a little bit, and I said, gee, I hope you're able to go out by Sunday. We got to do this quick. And he said, well, as a matter of fact, I have the whole weekend open. Why don't we make it a whole weekend? I said, well, I didn't really learn that in Europe. But anyway, I felt comfortable with him immediately.
That's pretty adventuresome, though. I mean,
yeah, well, but you get feelings about people. But it was so comfortable. I didn't have any qualms.
No problems at all.
No problems
Jim,
at all.
what if you hadn't liked her? I mean, that could have been a possibility, couldn't it?
True.
And
but,
she'd have been there for the weekend.
Well, I figured that, what the heck? I can, another weekend more or less in my life isn't going to make that much difference.
What happened next?
Okay, well, we had the couple of drinks, and we sat, and he asked me what I like to eat and so forth. And he took me to this really neat restaurant. We had seafood, And the owner came over and personally fixed us the best stuff in the house. And then we went back to the condo, and we had a drink and went out on the balcony. And, you know, that was very romantic, overlooking Long Beach. And
Wow,
and,
that's a very romantic evening, James.
So,
yeah, that was quite pleasant.
the first evening was his, and the next day was mine. And we went on a cruise out of Port Sacal, a Sunday brunch thing.
The band was great.
The band was
Did you
wonderful.
dance some more?
Oh, we
my
danced
God,
some more,
yes.
and Jim kept wanting them to play Happy Birthday to him, but his birthday isn't until November.
Well, that's okay. Hey, listen, a little early celebration. I'm with you, James.
We had a really great time, and he does have a wonderful sense of humor,
Lots of romance.
and yeah, there was romance.
That's wonderful. You guys, I tell you, I can just see Jim on the screen, but you look like a great couple. How did it end?
He waved kisses to me goodbye, and I went home, and then he went to Hawaii.
Oh, nice. That's
He skipped
great.
town, is what he did.
Well, you couldn't see him till tonight anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two make a delightful couple. You really do. I'd like to see who the audience chose, wouldn't you?
Sure.
I'm kind of anxious
I would
to see.
like to
Okay,
see.
let's take a look and see that now, all right? They chose Jack. If you want to follow their advice and go out with Jack, you can sure try that. Or whatever you want to do. What do you want to do?
I'm not so sure I want to go out with Jack.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who would you like to go out with?
I'd go out with Jim again.
Would you? Jim?
That's a date.
Why don't you come out here and join us, Jim? Nice to meet you. Come over and say hi to your date. We haven't seen each other since Hawaii.
Forgot the name of the show.
Oh, that's all right. It's okay to forget the name of the show is excusable, just as long as you don't forget her name.
But he did.
Have a seat.
He forgot who I
Have a
was.
seat, folks. I want to tell you something. You are a delightful couple. You really are. It's so nice of you to come and share your date with us. We really appreciate it. We have a nice gift for both of you. We're going to take a break, and when we return, the audience is going to select a date for our next guest. Now we're going to try something a little bit different. Now, our next guest was shown videotapes of 3 women, and rather than choosing his own date, he has agreed to let our audience in the studio here decide who he should go out with, okay? Let's meet him right now. In 1981, he became the world champion speedway motorcycle racer. He retired from motorcycle racing to star in the hit television series Chips, and he was recently voted one of America's 10 sexiest male athletes. Please welcome Bruce Penhall. Hey, Bruce. I know none of these kinds of questions are easy to answer because it always feels like you're aiming all your attention at yourself. But you have been voted one of America's 10 most sexiest male athletes. I mean, that's got to be nice. How do you feel about that?
Well, I find it really flattering, but I'm an athlete, and I was working really hard to become world champion, and I won the World Speedway Champion the last 2 years in a row. And I worked really hard at it, and I'm really happy to see that there's a lot of people out there that are noticing motorcycle riders as
well, you're a good-looking guy, Bruce.
whatever you
They're
want
going
to
to
call
notice
it.
you for sure.
But see, I don't have any grease under my fingernails, I promise.
I'm going to ask you, do women chase after you?
I've been hoping that they're going to chase after me, but they still haven't. You know, I walk really slow
Yeah.
and hope they're going to run
I
after
do
me.
the
They
same
never
thing.
do.
It doesn't work for me either. What kind of woman makes you feel most comfortable? You really?
I like quiet women, really. And I like women that are after a career. And I like pretty women, obviously. I think every guy likes a pretty woman.
Sure. Now, you've seen a little bit about Bruce. You know a little bit about him. We're going to show you some portions of the videotapes that Bruce saw. Now, remember, Bruce has agreed to let the audience decide which one he should date, so watch very carefully. Okay?
on.
Here we go. First, there was Heidi. Now, she's from Wisconsin. She says that men like her eyes, and she's never been on a blind date, and tells us a little bit more about it.
Well, it's funny because I really don't date a lot. I mean, really not a lot, like twice a year. I don't know if it's because no one ever asks me out. Well, it might be because I've kind of had this relationship. And even though that's not dating because we're friends and we'll stay home or whatever, so it's really not dating. But that has kind of kept me away from dating, except for real occasionally.
Okay, next, Bruce took a look at Lori. Now, Lori was raised on both coasts. She likes to do things on the spur of the moment. She loves dancing, new wave music. Let's hear what
You
she has
missed
to say.
all the scandal. Going from one city to the next. That used to excite me. That really did. Used to be flying off to Vegas for the weekends and entertainers used to excite me, and people, that sort of nature of it. Now it's getting into computer technicians.
Okay, finally, there was Janie. Now, she was raised in Pennsylvania. She goes to the movies at least twice a week. She likes playing hard to get, and she tells us what she looks for in a man.
Being an artist, I'm like a very imaginative, creative person. And when I see someone who's using their creativity or their imagination, and that turns me on a little bit more. Usually, if they're very creative, they might be like wimpy physically, you know.
Before you decide who Bruce should go out with, let's show you all three one more time, okay? First, there was Heidi. Now, she's a 25-year-old model. Then Laurie, she's an office manager, and she's 24. Finally, Janie, she's a 28-year-old portrait artist. Now, you've met Bruce, you've seen his choices. Who do you think you should go out with? Now, we're going to ask you to make your choice right now. I believe the audience votes have been tabulated. Here we go. Let's see what they are. Take a look. Oh, by and large, yeah, 48% for Heidi. So listen, as soon as you get back from your date, you come back on the show and tell us how it went.
I sure will.
It'll be fun having you back.
Great.
It's very, very nice of you
Thanks
to drop
very
by
much.
and see us.
Appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's our show for today, and because we believe romance needs all the help it can get, we'll be back tomorrow with more singles trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery, and I'll see you later.
Some guest on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Uline Combo 19 Ice Maker with 2.1 cubic foot refrigerator may produce 22 pounds of ice cubes daily using minimum energy. No drain needed. Or a full-valued 106-channel public service scanner radio. Scan for the action with Regency. Or Litton microwave cookware, featuring the 8-piece cook and serve set, which stacks compactly for storage, plus 2-quart clay simmer pot from Litton. Or Univac's dual-purpose quart unbreakable stainless steel thermos, wide mouth for foods, narrow neck for beverages, available with tote bags from Univac. This is Rod Roddy, speaking for Love Connection. This is Mark, who's never been married. He says he's outgoing, dynamic, and honest. We showed him videotapes of these 3 single women, and he picked one as his date. Which one did he choose? Which one will our audience choose? And this is JW. He says he doesn't like loud women. Which one of these women did he choose? Which one will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
Thank you, everybody. You know, there are more than 60 million single adults in the United States. So here on Love Connection, we've got a new way for singles to meet, and here's how it works. We've compiled a video library of hundreds of attractive and available single people. We select some of those singles, and we show them 3 videotapes. Now, after they watch the tapes, they choose the one they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and tell us what happened on their date. So to begin, let's meet a man who selected a date from our video library. He was raised in Miami, and he says he used to be an introvert. Please welcome Mark Sanders. Hey, Mark. How are you? Take it down. Used to be an introvert. What are you now?
I'm an extrovert. Actually, I'm a combination of both. I'm kind of a multidimensional Renaissance person.
I got you. Okay. How does this affect your relationship with women? Is it better now?
Yes, it is. In fact, in dealing with relationships, there's 3 parts to relationships. And it's very important. In fact, people consider relationships, there's a factor called rejection. There's no rejection in a relationship. 3 things are not there, essentially. That's chemical, compatibility, and timing.
Mark, you sound so analytical. I mean, gee. Well, now that we know all that about you, okay?
Yes.
And based on Mark's preferences, he was shown videotapes and questionnaires of 3 women. Now, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes he saw. Now, you in the audience, And you at home, too, watch very closly because we're going to ask you to pick the woman that you think is best for Mark. First, there was Penny. Now, she's from Pennsylvania. Says she'll try anything once, and she recently learned something about herself.
I find that people tend to see me in a different light than I usually see myself. And I was always told that I came on really strong. And I never understood that until I met another individual that came on really strong. And I said, that's what they mean.
Next, there was Bonnie. Now, she was raised in California. She loves the theater, says she's a hopeless romantic.
I'm really the type of person that likes to be approached. I will see somebody and think, well, he's really good looking, but I'm not that liberated to go up to him and say, you know, how about a drink or something. I like to be pursued.
And finally, there was Rochelle. Now, she's from Milwaukee. She likes camping and hiking. And here's what she says about dating.
Well, it seems to sort of come in spurts, and like I'll have a dry spell for a couple of weeks, and then I'll have a couple of weeks where I go out 3-4 times a week. Right now I'm sort of on a low, but I'm trying not to let it get to me.
Okay, now Mark selected one of these women for his date, and before he tells us who he chose, we're going to show you all three women again, okay? First, there was Penny. Now, she's a 33-year-old video game designer. Then there was Bonnie, a 27-year-old literary assistant. Finally, Rochelle, she's a 28-year-old medical secretary. Okay? Audience, it's time for your voting machines. You met Mark. You've seen his choices. Who do you think is the best for Mark? Okay, here in the studio and at home, too. Please make your choice now. We're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to find out who Mark selected and everything that happened on his date. Okay, we're going to come right back at you. Okay, we're back now. In a little while, we'll find out who the audience picked, but right now, Mark, who did you select?
Definitely Penny.
Yeah. Okay, now on Love Connections, we get both sides of the story. We ask our couples not to speak to each other after their date. We keep them apart so that they'll be less inhibited about telling their story. Now, Penny's backstage, so let's say hello to Penny Ramsey. Hi, Penny.
Hello.
How are you, hon?
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, Penny, I'm going to come back and talk to you in just a minute, but let me ask Mark something, okay? Mark, why did you pick her?
I found her to be very bright, intelligent, good-looking, sensitive, basically.
Okay, good. Penny?
Yes?
What was your first impression of Mark?
It was really interesting. He was, when he called, it was a lot of fun talking to him. We talked for about 2 hours, and then we met at the Redondo Beach Library, where he showed me his stomach, and he came on just a little bit strong.
What? Oh. Why did you show her your stomach?
Well, in her specification, her report, she wanted to have somebody with a flat stomach.
Oh, yours is pretty flat.
Yeah, I showed it.
Did it meet your specifications, Penny?
It was just perfect. I think a couple other people in the library enjoyed it, too.
No, he said he got a little pushy? What was that?
Mark came on just a little bit strong. He was very affectionate and cuddly. And for just meeting him, I kind of like to get to know someone a little bit better before I... But we got the ground rules laid out and everything was fine.
Yep. Okay, Penny. Mark, tell us about your date. How did it go?
It turned out really nice. I picked up about 10:35 in the morning. I sang, good morning, good morning. I picked her up.
Did you really?
Yes.
What did you think about somebody picking you up and singing to you?
That was one of the most unique ways I've ever been picked up in my life.
Thank you very much. I agree with that. What else?
Then we went to a place called Glen Ivy Mud Bath. We had mud baths.
This was your date, a mud bath?
Mm-hmm.
Penny, what did you think about going to a mud bath for a date?
I found it really fascinating. When he When he first mentioned it, I thought, well, if nothing else, it'll be a very relaxing date. And as it turned out, it was really a great afternoon.
Good. What happened?
Well, we went to the mud baths. Yeah. I threw mud at her and all over her body.
Now, let's understand. You were in your clothes, or
in a bathing suit. Of course. After you put the mud on, you go outside, you dry off, and your whole face and body is cracking.
What happened then?
Then we went to the jacuzzi, the hot spring. Then we went for a beautiful massage.
Gee, that sounds fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
But Mark talked to the girl, and instead of just getting a partial massage, Mark got an entire massage, and I ended up having to wait an extra 10 or 15 minutes until he got his entire massage.
And it was great. Okay, folks. How did the date end?
We went to her place, and we read auras against the walls.
What is that?
It's basically dealing with you're reading the spiritual existence of yourself. You go against a blank wall, one person. There's a light hitting you, and the other person is looking at the person. You can actually see the changes through the person's face. You can actually see different spiritual going.
Penny, have you done this before?
I've done it a couple of times.
You've read auras.
And the experience, well, actually, it was my idea. The experience was really unique.
Why haven't I read auras before?
You want to come up and read auras?
I thought I was special.
Huh. Well, no, I'm sure you are. I want to see who the audience chose. Aren't you kind of curious to see who they chose?
Yes, I am.
So am I. Penny, here we go. We're going to take a look. Who did the audience choose? All right, 58%. Here's the deal now. If the audience picks Penny and you follow our advice, then you can take Penny out again if you'd like, and we'll pick up the tab. Would you like to do that?
Very much.
Penny, would you like to do that?
I'd really enjoy that. Thank
Well,
you.
why don't you come out and come with us, okay? Come on, Penny. Here's the date. Whoa. Listen, I want you guys to have a great time together. We have some nice parting gifts for you. Thank you very much for being on the show. You're delightful. Thank you. We're going to come right back with another couple in just a minute. See you. Back to Love Connection. Now, this time we're going to meet a man who chose a date from our video library. He was raised in Los Angeles. He's into sports, and he takes the chauvinistic approach to dating. Please welcome J.W. Cheatham. Let's call you J.W.?
My name?
All right, sit down, J.W. J.W., a lot of eyebrows went up out there. What do you mean, a chauvinistic approach to dating?
I just mean on the first date, I like to organize it, get it together, and find out what the person's about, because that's the only thing you have to go on.
Have you ever had any trouble with liberated women?
Why would I have trouble with liberated women?
I don't know, J.W. This is your story. I don't know.
No, there wouldn't be any trouble because basically you have to get the feel of that person. You have to know what they're about a little. So they don't mind if they ask me out, I'd go along with the date. So
J.W., you don't sound like a chauvinist to me. Are you really a chauvinist?
It's only it's not a hardcore chauvinist.
Soft-core chauvinist, J.W. There we go. Okay, now we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that J.W. saw. Now pay attention because we're going to ask you to vote again, okay? First there was Jill. Now she was raised in Los Angeles, enjoys reading, and here's what happens when she tries to change her image.
I did that once, and I put on something slinky, and I left my glasses at home, and I was very nervous and very excited. I had on this strapless dress and a shawl, and as I stepped out of the car, I stepped on my dress, and I didn't realize it because I was blind as a bat, and my dress was down to my waist. And that was the beginning of the date.
Next there was Cheryl. She's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. She plays soccer and has some plans for the future.
10 years from now, I'm going to be teaching dance in some little town in Alabama. And I'm going to live on a farm and have chickens and 6 children.
Alrighty, and finally you watch Diane. Now she's from Washington, D.C., enjoys home cooking, and here's what she looks for in a man.
What attracts me to a guy is initially physical characteristics, specifically being I like a man's behind and the way he fits his pants, slacks. I like nice thighs.
Okay, now before we find out who J.W. chose as his date, let's see all 3 of those women again, okay? First there was Jill. She's a 35-year-old administrative assistant. Then there was Cheryl. She's an exercise instructor, and she's 23. Finally, Diane. She's 33 and works as a secretary. Okay, audience, time to vote again. Now, who do you think is the best lady for J.W.? Here in the studio and at home, please make your choice right now. Okay, J.W., who did you choose?
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Okay. On Love Connection, since we always get both sides of the story, Cheryl's backstage, so let's say hello to Cheryl Blevin. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
What was your first impression? Since you've never seen J.W. before, and it's really kind of your blind date, what did you think of him the first time you saw him?
He was interesting.
Interesting. Want to elaborate on that?
Well, probably not right now.
Oh, okay. Tell us what happened on your date, okay?
I go to her house and pick her up. I guess I didn't like the fact that she left me in the living room a little while by myself.
Anything to add to that?
Well, for one thing, he was late. He's lucky I let him in the living room.
Lucky? Just jump in anytime, Cheryl. What happened next, J.W.?
So we're on our way to dinner. I was trying to talk to her, and I don't know, maybe she's a bit sensitive or something, or shy. So, you know, get in a position where, you know, I didn't know how to make her talk to me. So, you know, I start with my jokes, and they're not that good, I'll tell you that.
No, they weren't that good.
We get to the restaurant, and it's a restaurant where I've gone to a few times.
But he said that this was his first time going there ever. We got there, he was friends with the head waiter and everything. Well, not the head waiter, but the waiter. He was friends
Well,
with
but that makes sense if I hadn't been there and then the head waiter knows me. I mean, that wouldn't make sense to tell her that I hadn't been there, would it now?
It didn't, but you did that, didn't you?
Well, I guess that doesn't follow a logical sequence. But anyway, continuing on,
Yes.
you interrupt anytime you like, Cheryl. We finally got our table. And, you know, like they give you a little stat sheet on the person before you before you pick them up. And she didn't smoke and she didn't drink. And I can appreciate that. I mean, I really like that. But when we sat down to the table, she wanted to order something to drink. And I asked her about it, but I don't mind because I have an occasional wine myself.
I asked him if he knew like a nice before dinner drink because obviously we're going to have to wait a while. And he suggested this nice little champagne and something drink, but I mean,
Did you have it?
Yeah,
Did
he
you
had
like it?
3 of them.
Oh.
You know, so.
Okay, what happened?
So we're at an Italian restaurant.
Right, yeah.
And this restaurant has great pasta.
Great pasta.
She does not order pasta.
No pasta for her.
She orders the steak. There's a point I'm trying to make here. She ordered steak. The steak was the most expensive thing on the menu.
Oh!
You see how money conscious he is?
I mean,
so what happens after this? Now,
she got the steak. I ordered steak also just because I'm trying to be reasonably cordial during this whole thing. During this ordeal. And she orders the steak, and she only ate about a quarter of it. So why is that if she likes steak so much? I don't
it has
agree
a
with
lot to
wasting
do with who
food.
you're eating with.
What happened next?
Whatever.
Come on.
She made some comment about she had to call her friend later, so I said that's my out also, so I took her home.
Sounds like you guys didn't have a very good date, huh? How did it actually end?
I jumped out of the car, jumped onto the porch, and ran into the house.
Now, that's pretty silly. That's pretty silly. I think she's very naive, and she just didn't know how to react on a date. That's my personal opinion.
Well, we've heard what happened on the...
Oh, honey, there's so much I could
We've
say.
heard what happened on the date. Let's see how the
nice.
audience voted, okay? Let's see who they picked. I'd kind of be interested, wouldn't you? Let's see. Okay, they picked... Wait a minute, wait. Is there anything in the world that would allow you to go out with Cheryl one more time?
I don't know. See, I mean, that was the first
Sure you know.
experience. No, I don't.
Oh, you don't know.
Because I'm a pretty even-tempered
I know.
person.
No way, Jose.
Okay. I think it's time to call a truce here. Cheryl, honey, thank you very much for being
Thank
on
you.
Love Connection and sharing your side of the story with us. We have a nice gift for you, and hopefully we'll see you soon again, okay?
Okay.
JW, it doesn't always work out.
I realize
We
that.
try to do our part. Thanks for being on Love Connection. We have a nice gift for you as well.
Okay.
We're going to take a break, and when we return, the audience is going to select a date for our next guest. We'll be right back right after this message.
Stay tuned for more of Love Connection.
Our next guest was shown videotapes of 3 men. And rather than choose her own date, she's agreed to let our audience decide who she should go out with. Let's meet her now, okay? She's from McKeesport, Pennsylvania. She likes scuba diving. She always gets nervous before her first date. And she doesn't like bald men. Please welcome Janice Conley. Janice? Janice, you ever gone out with a bald man? Speaking of bald-headed men,
Not really, no.
why aren't they appealing to you? Why is that?
Well-
Is it age, or is it just the way they look, or what?
I just would prefer to go out with someone who has a full head of hair. To me, it's more attractive.
Run your fingers through
Yeah,
it.
right.
You ever been married before?
No, never.
You've never been married. You're not avoiding marriage.
No, I just haven't met that right person.
What kind of
per
men do you
se.
like? What are you looking for?
I kind of like macho men, you know.
Do you?
Yeah. I like guys who have nice physique and nice head of hair and nice face, personality, sense of humor. That's all. That's all.
That's not too much to ask.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to do something here. We're going to show the audience pieces of tapes that Janet saw, okay? Now, remember, she's agreed to let the audience decide which one she should date, so watch very carefully, okay? First, there was Dean. He's from Colorado. He likes roller skating and skydiving, and he tells us what women find attractive about him.
It's usually my voice, which is, they usually find that attractive. My sense of humor and my personality, much more. Used to be my physical attributions, but that's, I don't know, that's changed over the years.
And then there was David. Now, David was raised in California. He likes to surf and play soccer. He speaks 6 languages. And here's what he has to say.
Being a rock singer on the road, yeah, I get approached a lot. And every once in a while, to my everlasting enjoyment, thrill, flattery, whatever, it happens in town. And that's great. I'm getting tired of having to make the first move all the time. It's great to find someone where I, if I'm wondering, gee, would she want to or not, who has already answered that question by asking me.
Finally, there is Leif. Now, he's from Sweden, but he prefers American women. Says he's a good kisser, and he's not too modest.
Because I'm a creative genius. I write, I act, I sing, I play guitar. I'm a real human being. I'm great to know, and I'm just an all-around great guy. And modesty has to be probably the most important thing about my makeup.
Okay, audience, before you decide who Janice should go out with, let's show you all 3 one more time, okay? First, there was Dean. Now, he's 26, and he's a bartender. Then David, he's a rock singer, and he's 28. And finally, Modest Leif, he's a 28-year-old musician. Okay, decision time. Which one of these 3 men will be best for Janice? That's what we're asking you. Make your choice right now, okay? How you doing, Janice? The audience vote's been tabulated. You want to find out? You ready?
I'm ready.
Take a look. This is David, the rock singer.
Yeah,
kind of a cute guy with a blue T-shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
He's kind of nice,
that's
huh?
nice.
Okay. What do you think you're going to like to do on your date?
I'd like to do something really different.
What would you like to do?
Nude skydiving or something like
Nude skydiving? That's definitely
different, right?
different. That certainly is. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Let us know as soon as you can how your date turned out, okay?
I will do that.
And you come back and share it with us, huh?
Okay, great.
Yeah, okay. Listen, that's our show today, and because we believe romance needs all the help we can get, we're going to come back tomorrow with singles trying to make more love connections. We'll see you then. I'm Chuck Woolery.
Some guest on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Jovan Musk. Drop for drop, Jovan Musk has brought more men and women together than any other fragrance in history. Try it today and see for yourself. Jovan Musk. Or a tote bag from Pan American World Airways. Across the country and around the world, serving 6 continents, 47 countries, and over 110 cities. Pan Am. You can't beat the experience. Or Litton Microwave Cookware, featuring the 8-piece cook and serve set, which stacks compactly for storage. Plus 2-quart clay simmer pot from Litton. Or Univac dual-purpose quart unbreakable stainless steel thermos. Wide mouth for foods, narrow neck for beverages. Available with tote bags from Univac. This is Rob Roddy speaking for Love Connection.
When you start to think about it, you have had just, for television certainly, and showbiz generally, a very impressive career. You started out as a singer. What kind of singer were you?
Bad one.
No.
Well, mediocre.
What kind of stuff?
Well, I did rock and roll and
rock and roll.
country.
You had one hit, I understand, with a group?
one semi-hit.
Yeah. What was the name of the song?
It was called Naturally Stoned.
Naturally Stoned, Paul. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
No, I don't know.
It kind of rings a bell with me.
Well,
All right.
it's kind of like the book I'm writing about my musical career. It's called Riding the Crest of an Undertow. The musical career wasn't a big deal.
You're doing material now, aren't you, Chuck?
As a matter of fact, I'm doing Roger Miller's material. It's not even mine.
Oh. And then you went on the Merv Griffin show as a singer.
I did.
And from that, what happened?
Dinner, a couple of drinks.
Don't recall seeing that in the file. Well.
And then a job offer.
Yeah, now what was the job?
The job was the Wheel of Fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Actually, it wasn't the Wheel of Fortune. It was something else, but it finally turned into the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, a Merv Griffin project.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, and you were on the Wheel of Fortune on NBC in those days, I guess?
I was on NBC.
For how long was that?
For about 7 years.
7 years?
And
then
we had a parting of the ways.
Yeah, but what was that all about, the parting of the ways?
Well, we couldn't come to agreements on money. You probably know something about that. Just a guess.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? All right, but then you hosted another show.
So I threatened to leave if they didn't pay me enough.
Right.
And they didn't, and I left, and it really just about killed the show.
Yeah, yeah, we never heard from them again, did we?
That's it.
But then you went to you were on Password, right? No, I'm sorry. What
Scrabble.
Is it? Scrabble, right? And then Super Scrabble. Were you on that one?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't think there is such a thing.
Oh.
We can make it up as we go.
That'd be a good idea,
Sure,
though.
yeah.
Let's call Merv.
Yeah. Actually, I was doing Love Connection, then I did Scrabble. And I did Scrabble for 6 years, and Love Connection
But
just
wasn't
kinda-
there a show you had after a Wheel of Fortune and before Love Connection, or
No,
not?
Dave.
Okay. But anyway, what I'm getting at here, you've had a very impressive career in television, certainly.
Well, it's been long. I don't know how impressive it's been.
Well, no, to be able to stay on the air, that's no small task. Now, tell us about Love Connection. How does this thing work?
After 9 years, I'm going to explain to you how it works. I know you watch.
Yeah. I'm just, for the people who in our audience who might be new to the country.
A Love Connection is a blind date situation.
That's right. Actual dating people, not actors, not actresses.
No, they're actual dating people. They're not actors or actresses.
Yeah,
and they go out on dates and they come back and tell me what happened.
Right.
It's really about two people going to dinner. It'd be a little tough to sell that, probably.
But it's interesting because people I know really are fascinated by the interaction of the couples and so forth.
Well, it's funny. We didn't know it'd be a comedy show, but it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like this. You didn't know that it would be quite as funny as it is, probably, when you started.
We did just a guess. We didn't even know it'd be in color.
There you go. We all get these little surprises in our career.
I don't know.
By the way, the Dabney Coleman, I took
Was
notes.
he steamed? Do you think he was
No,
steamed?
I took notes. You handled that so deftly.
Yeah, I know.
You really did. I couldn't tell it was an interview or an ass-kicking contest. I mean, it just kind of...
But you know what really concerned me is when he turned on the band.
Yeah, he did.
You can make all the fun of me you want
but
all
don't
day long.
talk to my band like that. That's
cross
right.
me with the
Yeah,
boys in the band. Let's talk about your. You have a brand new show now. Where do you have time to do two shows?
Well, in the set, I do my shows in a bowling alley, unlike Rockefeller Center, where you are, which is very impressive. Mine's a bowling alley that's been made into two studios.
Right.
And so on the left side of the studio is the Chuck Woolery show, which I get up and do every day. Well, not every day. And then on the right-hand side of that same studio is the Love Connection, which I do quite often, too. And I live in the middle in a small room.
Right there, at the shoe rental
Very
counter.
Small room,
yeah.
That's right.
But the show is a half an hour? It's an hour? How long is that?
Oh, Dave, come on. You've made so much fun of me. Oh,
I'm
I
not
know you
making-
watch it.
I'm asking-
No, I know you look at it. You,
All right, now let me
you
tell-
did the whole thing with the leg and the whole
I
shot,
know,
so you
I
had
know.
to see that to know.
I know, but I don't
watched-
know.
But you didn't hang in there for the full hour. Is that what you're saying?
Dabney! Oh, Dabney!
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's an hour.
It's an hour. And
It's a jam-packed hour of fun and frivolity and fun and frivolity. I'll just stick with this. And celebrity guests.
Yeah, and the show's doing pretty well, I would
The
guess.
show's doing very well. Thank
Now,
you.
when you think about it, there's a lot of daytime talk shows. You have the
But
Sally...
not like this one.
No, Sally Jesse Raphael.
You're going to go ahead with this, aren't you?
Exploitation of social mutants. That's what Sally does. You have Oprah, who is just as cute and as smart and as funny as a person could be. That's her little gimmick. And, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I like Oprah. Of course, you have Phil, who started it all.
Phil started it all.
You have Geraldo. You have Joan Rivers. You have, who am I leaving out? Maury Povich.
Maury Povich.
Right. So now where does your show fit in this spectrum?
It doesn't fit in that spectrum at all. My show's not like any of their shows.
So that's how it's unique.
Well, it's a celebrity talk variety. It's not, well, to say it's like your show isn't, it's more like Carson, that kind of show, daytime.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, it's what it is. They don't have near as much fun as you do on this show.
No.
This show's so loose and
stop
free
it, Chuck.
and all that kind of stuff. I'm not patronizing you. I'm just being honest.
Don't forget to hit subscribe.